Welcome.
Welcome to my review for the latest MCU installment, Secret Invasion. In short, it was disappointing. I said disappointing than anything else because the first half had potential. They did a good job on that. But I can't say the same for the second half. The first half did the setup well, the character introduction. They also took their time with it. It was really dialogue heavy, but it was the good or the enjoyable type of dialogue. The second half is the opposite of everything they were trying to achieve with the first half. The pacing was all over the place. The new characters ended up disposable. All the end results or the payoff just ended up underwhelming. Everything got resolved way too fast. And worst of all, the finale is just a messy, congested, half-assed finale. When I finished watching the first three and knowing it is only gonna be a 6-episode series, I was actually thinking, oh, maybe this is part 1 of the story, and the arc will not conclude now, but end on a high note. But I was super wrong. They shoved the rest of the story to the remaining episode and just wiped their hands. Marvel, like, come on. For an arc like this, it's obvious 6 episodes was never enough for it to be done well. This felt like watching the Injustice animated movie from DC, where they tried to cram everything and just ended on a single movie. The other thing I mentioned before, which I want to explain more, is the new characters being disposed easily. There were characters in the show, at least in the first half, which seemed like they were going to have a character-focused arc or like some major involvement in the story. But it just ended up going nowhere, which makes the focus we got on these characters a waste of time. Also, the villain of the series was good, but I can't say that he's still good. The last 2 episodes, he also ended up a normal villain. But at the end, the best part of the show was the acting. Everyone did a good job. I also love the Nick Fury-Talos dynamic. Their talks were entertaining. We do get a few new characters for the future. I think they did a good job on Nick Fury and his personal arc. That was probably the best story in this series. But at the same time, I didn't get sold on the reason to not call or rely on the superheroes. The reasoning felt not great. At least when the world is at stake, that didn't feel like a Nick Fury choice. So I give this a 5 out of 10. Rather than being average, I think it's just underwhelming. A promising start which led to a disappointing conclusion. That's all from me. If you like this, give a like and subscribe.